form of counselling help for this, which she felt had been helpful. Stop. New paragraph. At the time of assessment, Miss Lowther Harris reported that she no longer experienced difficulties with her foot, but would experience some pain if she walked too far. Stop. She reported ongoing difficulties with pain in her right hand, particularly if she did a lot of manipulative activities, such as managing her allotment or using cutting shears on material. Stop. It's understood that she was planning to have this investigated. Stop. Miss Lowther Harris said that she experienced disturbed sleep, which partly related to pain when her hand flared up, but also to some psychological symptoms. Stop. In paragraph, Miss Lowther Harris said that she had returned to most of her former activities, although she had stepped down from being the chair of the Adventure Playground Management Group, and she had not returned to work, although she was in negotiation with one of her former employers. Stop. In paragraph, Miss Lowther Harris indicated that she had returned to most of her former social activities with her family and friends. Stop. New paragraph. Miss Lowther Harris reported a number of psychological and emotional difficulties, which included anxiety both as a driver and a passenger in the car and when crossing the road. Stop. She also reported continuing to experience distressing dreams and dissociative episodes or flashbacks when she had the experience of feeling that something might hit her unexpectedly. Stop. Miss Lowther Harris said that she avoided talking about what happened to her and only confided in her close friend and daughter about her feelings. Stop. She also experienced intrusive negative thoughts, hypervigilance while crossing a road, and was generally aware that she startled easily, which was confirmed by her friend Ruth. Stop. Her friend described her as being, open inverted commas, more highly strung, close inverted commas, and felt this was in contrast to how her friend had previously been when she had not been unduly bothered by risk. Stop. In the paragraph, Miss Lowther Harris also commented on difficulties with memory and concentration with regard to reading, watching television, and finishing tasks that she had set herself. Stop. In the paragraph, Miss Lowther Harris said that she had avoided the site of the accident, which was close to her home, for some time, although she now was able to cross this particular road, that she remained hypervigilant, checking in both directions, even though it was a one-way street. Stop. In the paragraph, overall, Miss Lowther Harris commented that she was aware of her increased anxiety and the effect that the accident had had on her confidence, such as her ability to travel abroad, as she had previously been planning to do. Stop. Heading opinion. Paragraph. In my opinion, Ms. Lowther Harris's presentation would fulfil the criteria for a diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder as defined by the Diagnostic Index DSM-5. New paragraph. Criterion A, exposure to one or more events that involved actual or threatened death, serious injury, or sexual violence in one or more of the following ways. Paragraph. Miss Lowther Harris directly experienced the traumatic event, and she described feeling very threatened, with a sense that she could have either been pushed out into oncoming traffic or that the van could have continued reversing over her body. Stop. New paragraph. Criterion B, one, open brackets, or more, close brackets, of the following intrusive symptoms associated with the traumatic events, beginning after the events occurred, New paragraph. Miss Lowther Harris reported recurrent distressing dreams where the content of the dreams related to the traumatic event when she was able to remember them. Stop. New paragraph. Miss Lowther Harris also reported continuing to experience dissociative reactions or flashbacks which she reported as occurring quite frequently. Stop. She reported experiencing the sensation that, semicolon, open inverted commas, that something might come out and hit me, close inverted commas, stop. She gave the example of this being triggered by a gust of wind, stop. New paragraph, criterion C, colon, persistent avoidance of stimuli associated with traumatic events, comma, as demonstrated by one or both of the following. Paragraph, Ms. Lowther-Harris said that she avoided discussing the accident and would only disclose her feelings about what had happened to her close friend and daughter. Stop. New paragraph. Ms. Lowther-Harris said that she avoided the site of the accident, comma, even though it was close to her home, for some months, comma, although at the time of assessment she reported that she had returned to crossing this particular road. Stop. New paragraph, criterion D, colon, negative changes in cognitions and mood associated with the traumatic events, beginning or worsening after the traumatic events occurred, comma, as evidenced by 2, open brackets, or more, close brackets, of the following, colon. Paragraph, Ms. Lowther-Harris reported that she experienced persistent beliefs about significant threat, saying, open inverted commas, I see risk where I didn't before, close inverted commas, stop. She reported raised anxiety while crossing the road, and she and her friend gave an example of this behaviour. Stop. New paragraph. Ms. Lowther-Harris talked about how she blamed herself for not coping with the psychological and emotional consequences of the accident. Stop. She commented that she felt that she had been, open inverted commas, strong enough, closing inverted commas, to cope with her diagnosis of cancer and subsequent treatment, and found it difficult to understand why she still experienced these psychological symptoms following the accident in April 2018. Stop. New paragraph, criterion E, colon, marked alterations in arousal and reactivity associated with the traumatic event, beginning or worsening after the traumatic event occurred, as evidenced by 2 or more of the following, colon. New paragraph. Ms. Lowther-Harris reported hypervigilance, semicolon, feeling constantly on guard, colon, comma, when crossing the road or when travelling in a car, particularly as a passenger. Stop. She and her friend commented on her exaggerated startle response and her problems with concentration, which had affected her ability to read, comma, enjoy television programmes, and follow through implementing ideas she had about various projects. Stop. New paragraph, criterion F, colon, the duration of the disturbance, open brackets, criteria B, comma, C, comma, D, and E, close brackets, is more than 1 month. Ms. Lowther-Harris reported that she continued to experience the majority of these symptoms at the time of assessment in February 2020, and that they had been present since the accident in April 2018. New paragraph, criterion G, colon, the disturbance causes clinically significant distress or impairment on social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. Stop. New paragraph. New paragraph. Ms. Lowther-Harris reported that she had returned to a number of her former activities, including driving and crossing the road at the site of the accident. Stop. However, she said that she didn't feel that her cognitive abilities, comma, such as her ability to concentrate, comma, had returned to a level where she could resume activities such as chairing a voluntary group, comma, travelling abroad, or returning to work. Stop. These activities were also affected by her continued anxiety and reduced confidence. Stop. New paragraph, criterion H, colon, the disturbance is not attributable to the physiological effects of a substance, open brackets, e.g. medication, comma, alcohol, close brackets, or another medical condition. Stop. Paragraph, in my opinion, these difficulties are not attributable to the physiological effects of a substance or another medical condition. Stop. New paragraph, I would draw attention to the fact that